Cylinder heads and barrels. Cylinder heads. The purpose of the cylinder head is to provide a place for combustion of the fuel-air mixture and to give the cylinder more heat conductivity for adequate cooling. The fuel-air mixture is ignited by the spark in the combustion chamber and commences burning as the piston travels toward top dead center on the compression stroke. The ignited charge is rapidly expanding at this time, and pressure is increasing so that, as the piston travels through the top dead center position, it is driven downward on the power stroke. The intake and exhaust valve ports are located in the cylinder head, along with the spark plugs and the intake and exhaust valve actuating mechanisms. After the cylinder head is cast, the spark plug bushings, valve guides, rocker arm bushings, and valve seats are installed in the cylinder head. Spark plug openings may be fitted with bronze or steel bushings that are shrunk and screwed into the openings. Stainless steel helicoil spark plug inserts are used in many engines currently manufactured. Bronze or steel valve guides are usually shrunk or screwed into drilled openings in the cylinder head to provide guides for the valve stems. These are generally located at an angle to the center line of the cylinder. The valve seats are circular rings of hardened metal that protect the relatively soft metal of the cylinder head from the hammering action of the valves as they open and close and from the exhaust gases. The cylinder heads of air-cooled engines are subjected to extreme temperatures. It is therefore necessary to provide adequate cooling fin area and to use metals that conduct heat rapidly. Cylinder heads of air-cooled engines are usually cast or forged. Aluminum alloy is used in the construction for a number of reasons. It is well adapted for casting or for the machining of deep, closely spaced fins, and it is more resistant than most metals to the corrosive attack of tetraethyl lead in gasoline. The greatest improvement in air cooling has resulted from reducing the thickness of the fins and increasing their depth. In this way, the fin area has been increased in modern engines. Cooling fins taper from 0.090 inches at the base to 0.060 inches at the tip end. Because of the difference in temperature in the various sections of the cylinder head, it is necessary to provide more cooling fin area on some sections than on others. The exhaust valve region is the hottest part of the internal surface. Therefore, more fin area is provided around the outside of the cylinder in this section. Cylinder barrels. The cylinder barrel in which the piston operates must be made of a high-strength material, usually steel. It must be as light as possible yet have the proper characteristics for operating under high temperatures. It must be made of a good bearing material and have high tensile strength. The cylinder barrel is made of a steel alloy, forging with the inner surface hardened to resist wear of the piston and the piston rings which bear against it. This hardening is usually done by exposing the steel to ammonia or cyanide gas while the steel is very hot. The steel soaks up nitrogen from the gas, which forms iron nitrides on the exposed surface. As a result of this process, the metal is said to be nitrided. This nitriding only penetrates into the barrel surface a few thousandths of an inch. As the cylinder barrels wear due to use, they can be repaired by chroming. This is a process that plates chromium on the surface of the cylinder barrel and brings it back to new standard dimensions. Chromium-plated cylinders should use cast iron rings. Honing the cylinder walls is a process that brings it to the correct dimensions and provides crosshatch pattern for seating the piston rings during engine break-in. Some engine cylinder barrels are choked at the top, or they are smaller in diameter to allow for heat expansion and wear. In some instances, the barrel has threads on the outside surface at one end so that it can be screwed into the cylinder head. The cooling fins are machined as an integral part of the barrel and have limits on repair and service.